I want to have this energy of coherent thought presentation, aka this video, to reach the people who are just below the level where I am, so that they can learn from the things that I already have learned, so that they can climb up to the level where I currently am, so that they can also overcome evil. And with that being the desired effect of this creative expression, creation is what I wanted to say. I might just freestyle my thoughts for a few minutes. I love you is what I want to say. I want to look at the camera. I want you to win. I want you to know you can win. I want you to know that no matter what reptilians or government forces or evil people or scoundrels are blocking the sunlight to your sense of the future, I want you to know that they actually don't run reality. They cannot run reality. They are not the source of reality. They are in reality and they are acting within it as creatures, not as fountainheads. I want you to know that simple logic. I want you to know that simple logic and simple observation and simple holding of the view of how one thing goes to the next thing. To say it simpler, I want you to understand that simply having a way to track an action that you're participating in, and then the next action that you're participating in, within awareness of what might be called universal time, the thing on the watch. I never started the timer. I don't need a timer right now. The watch. Right now it's the 46th minute of some hour, and that universal time of whatever hour you're in during this day, in this universal calendar system, that's universal time awareness. I want you to understand that if you can find a way to wrangle universal time awareness, I just simply mean like the passing of hours and minutes on the clock. Nothing mystical. This is a Kali yantra. Just nothing mystical. It's also like a Japanese, there's some kind of Japanese like hand gesture thing. There's like a practice, I forget what it's called. This is also in that. It's for energy clarity. That's my intention in doing this right now. So When you're suffering and you are experiencing the downward push of the forces of death trying to keep you from achieving a coherent, clear, forward moving, aware, planning, acting mental state, the first thing you need to do is to literally wrangle time. And I simply mean universal time. I mean the clock that is always available for anyone, anywhere. You have to find a way to grab onto time, because when you're suffering the attack of the forces of death, the first thing that those forces do is they separate you from time. And as I was talking to an extremely uncooperative ChatGPT yesterday, when there's no if there's no time, there's death. Because time is only a reference to the unfolding of different processes that are in motion. And they are in motion because something is moving them into being in motion because they are alive. Time is a function of time. Time is a function of life. Time is a function of something being alive. If there's no life, there is no time. And forces of death, because they're not life, try to get you to lose your sense of time. And the second you feel that you are just kind of like having fun, falling down rabbit holes, hours are passing by, you're up at 4 in the morning, you're waking up at 12, you're doing whatever, the second you feel like days are passing by and it doesn't feel like it all, like, the second it becomes a blur, you have to understand that you're under attack from forces of death. Death. You don't have to call it demons, you don't have to call it Lucifer, you don't have to call it Masons, it's just death. Death is trying to kill you because you are alive and it wants you not to be alive. And so the second that you feel that time is a smear, even if you're having fun within it, you have to understand you have to stop and grab time by the balls, which is the minutes and the hours of the day, and fucking literally plan your fucking activity within like discrete blocks of time. You have to fucking, and then you have to execute on those activities. You have to simply grasp some way. You have to find a way to grapple with the forces of death, to simply be like, this is a time block. You can choose however long it is. It has to be workable for you, because if you are really under the effect of death forces, you might be really weakened. You might be really like, you feel like you have no, you feel like this. You feel like I can't like move. That's not like ultimately true. You can lift an arm, but it feels like you can't even lift an arm. I have to pause because my battery is low. Hold on.